The Independent Policing Union of South Africa is calling on West Rand communities to not call for the removal of police officers from the region. This follows attempts by some groups to have station commanders and officers replaced because they're fed up with crime levels. We're joined now by the General Secretary at the Independent Policing Union of South Africa, Mpho Kwinika. Mpho, good afternoon to you. Thank you for your time. If a police station is supposed to serve a particular community and the community believes that that police station is failing, why should they not call for the station commander to be removed?
Good afternoon, Steve. Yes, they do have the right to call for police officers who are not performing, not to stay on at those particular police stations. We sympathize with South Africans, Steve. We know that there is a high level of crime in our country. There are also attributes to all these things. But South Africans deserve to be protected at all times. But calls such as those ones are completely unwarranted, Steve, because we know that there are structures that are there which we must utilize to bolster relationships between ourselves and the communities we serve. So they should have at least, utilized those platforms so that we can show them and share with them what are the attributes which makes police short of providing them with the services they want.
The community members on the West Rand, this is around the Zama settlement in West Village in Krugersdorp, they have told us that they complained again and again and time again to the local police station. They also tell us that Zamas would be seen in the company of police officers. You know what the accusation there is, Mpho, that they are basically corrupting the police officers. And still nothing is being done. Well, frankly, if I lived there, I think that would be my response, to demand that these officers be removed.
We should not generalize these things, Steve, because I think the communities there also indicated that there are police officers who are working very hard to make sure that they are and they feel safe. So what we are trying to say as the union, and after consulting with the members as well, because they are very, very bothered about this. Steve, you've got police officers who wake up every day in the morning, going out there to go and service those people. And I think the communities of West Rand have also appreciated this. And I've heard them saying the station commander for Krugersdorp has got an open door policy. But there are problems. And those problems we want to work with them step by step so that we find a solution to those issues. The issues of Zamas. Steve, out of 9 provinces, we've got 6 provinces where these things are in existence. And those problems have been those complaints have been laid to the former national commissioners. They've got that report about these things. But the reactive way we are giving this situation, it is not going to resolve these matters. We need to establish a multifaceted group of government institutions to deal with issues of the Zamas once and for all. But to react to it the way we are doing it, I don't think we are going to bring an end to these issues.
So I hear you on Zamas, but the fact is people complained about this for many years and nothing was done. And Paul, let me put it plainly, a police union, correctly, as you do, has a duty to protect your members. I absolutely respect that, and I think you're doing the right thing by doing this interview and saying that. The line must be that surely you would not protect corrupt members. If people are seen time and again in the company of Zamas and not acting, the risk is that you could end up defending corruption.
We will not, and I want to assure South Africans tonight that IPUSA will never protect corruption. And if communities have got proof of this, they must bring it to the attention of management or even report it to IPUSA so that they can independently look at these issues. I'm raising these issues, Steve, because in 2017, the Minister of Police, who was in the company of the National Commissioner of Police, had told South Africans openly on television, after he has been informed by the very same communities of West Rand, that some police officers are eating from the pocket of the criminals. And that did not augur well with the members. And they've reported this. Without any proof, the High Court have ruled against what the minister did, because at the end, members were removed and become what we call overseers. We don't want a repeat of that. We want to work with communities. If there is issues, these issues must be tangible, and these issues we must be able to feel them and deal with those members, because not mentioning those members, we are continuing to harbor criminals amongst ourselves.
Well, I mean, you tell people to report to the police station. They say they did. You tell people to report to IPUD. You and I both know, Mpho, and it's unfortunate, but IPUD is toothless. All it does is recommend investigations by the police. I mean, there are 1,000 murders in the last 10 years at the hands of police officers, 1,000 people dying, rather, at the hands of police officers, and IPUD's done virtually nothing. I mean, surely you understand the frustration of communities here. It's unfortunate. I accept that police are caught in the middle of so many of our problems, and that's not their fault. But you must surely understand that if a police station is not working, the community has the right to demand that the police officers be replaced by people who will make that police station work.
You're correct, Steve, but we must balance these rights. The right of the communities should equal the rights of the members who are servicing them. Most of the communities who have been calling for these members to be replaced, they are workers, most of them, and they understand the workers' rights. We want them not to trample on the rights of our members as well. And hence we are calling as the Independent Policing Union of South Africa that we work together to find a solution. There are problems, and we don't deny that. But those problems can only be resolved if we work together. And we, as an Independent Policing Union of South Africa, want to form part of that solution. And in fact, we've got a program, and that program will start soon. I think in the beginning of September. We will be visiting each and every station to find out about the working conditions of the CPFs together with the police. And these are the platforms which we want the communities together with us to utilize and to confront issues which we have together. But the movement of police officials must be dealt with within the ambit of the law. Police officers have got a policy that deals with the movement of police officials laterally, through promotions, resignation, transfers, and those things are documented. And I want the communities to respect that.
Mpho Kwinika, thank you, from the Independent Policing Union of South Africa. I do appreciate the time. It's an important debate, a lot of tension in that debate.